Okay, so we are looking at percentages two today. Okay, I see. I'm a little bit uncomfortable. I'm just looking for the best of positions, so just hang on. Okay. So today right, so percentages two, yeah. So under this topic, we'll be taking a look at compound interest, how to calculate for compound interest. Under compound interest, we'll learn how to calculate it manually and how to calculate it using formula, a simplified formula. With the use of formula, I will show you the techniques around it and quite a number of things you'll not even see in your textbooks. All right, so let's begin. So let's start with compound interest. How to calculate for compound interest. So we're basically looking at the principles of compound interest. Yeah, the principles of compound interest. Okay, right. So let's understand the dynamics of compound interest. Yeah, I believe you understand the word interest. It's interest is an amount that is an additional amount gain on your money. Okay, an additional amount gain on your money. That's what interest is about. Now, how does this work? Let's assume um Grace goes to a bank and she's with 5,000 Ghana cedis. In business terms, her 5,000 cedis is called the capital, or sorry, the principal. Oh my God, today I'm really struggling. I'm coming. I'm sorry, I'm looking for a best of position I can be able to write. I'm really struggling. Please bear with me. Maybe this works. I don't know. Okay, so Grace goes to a bank. She's depositing 5,000 Ghana cedis. In business terms, her 5,000 cedis is called her principal. Guys, can you hear me? Can you see my face? Can you see my screen? Answer these three questions for me, please.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah, so you can see the screen, you can see everything, right? I'm asking a question. Hello. Hello.
Hi. Hi.
Okay. Can you see my face? Can you see my screen as well? Okay. So she's depositing 5,000 Ghana cedis.
Recording.
Okay. Yeah, she's depositing 5,000 Ghana cedis. Okay. Now, the bank will not tell you that we are going to give you 3,000 Ghana cedis at the end of the year as interest. No, the bank wouldn't do that. The bank wouldn't do that. Normally, they will tell you in a value form. Please, you understand? They will tell you the interest in percentage. That's how banks normally communicate. That's how banks normally communicate. They'll tell you the interest in percentage form. Okay. We call that rate. So if you see anything rate in percentages, it's represent um a value in percentage. Okay. So if at the end of the year, if at the end of the year or the bank is going to give us the interest at the end of the month, okay, the if at the end of the month or at the end of the year the bank want to give you 1,000 cedis, they will not actually tell you the precise amount. They would quote the value in rate form. Okay. And rate is any value in percent. Okay, so they'll tell you that at the end of the year, we're going to give you 10% as interest. I'm repeating myself. In business mathematics, in the world, in the open world, as far as banking is concerned, if an if you are supposed to earn an interest, they don't like quoting the exact value to you. They like representing it in percentage. In percentage. That's what they like doing. They like representing it in percentage. Okay, and we call that rate. So back to our narration. Grace has 5,000 cedis. She, instead of her to keep it in her susu box, she want to earn some money, or in other words, some kind of profit on the money. She want the money to grow. So she decides to take it to the bank. And when she took it to the bank is saying, hey, we are happy you are entrusting your money in our care. If you are keeping your money in our care, we're willing to offer you an interest of 10%, okay, per year. Normally, banks like giving their interest per year. A year in business terms, we use the word annum. Christiana, are you following? Hello. I want you guys to pay attention. We're starting a new topic, so yeah. The bank will tell that, hey, if you want to keep your money with us, we're going to give you an interest of 10%. Okay, an interest of 10% per year. Per year. Banks often introduces interest on capital or principals per year, like every year. But this topic, we will look at different ways interest can be added. We'll be considering that we'll be considering monthly, every 6 months, and what have you. Okay, so that when Greece took the money to the bank is saying, if you're willing to keep it with us, after every year, we'll give you an interest of what? 10%. So that's their rate. We can add that by saying interest. I'm using the word I here, so you know it's interest what rate. Okay. Now, 10% per annum compound. Now, the bank was specific. They said they're giving her 10% per annum compound interest. So they have specified the kind of interest they are going to give you, right? Compound interest. Now, Grace wants to keep her money with them for 2 years. So for 2 years, Grace wants to keep her money with them for 2 years. So that's period, right? Period. For a period of what? 2 years, right? Now, her concern will be how much am I earning? Guys, so listen to me. We're going to practicalize this. So now, her concern, in fact, we are looking into Grace's issue. So our concern is how much, listen to the question. Now we're going to know how much interest will she have made, all right, with the bank. And we also want to know how much money is she taking home. Okay? How much money is she taking home? How much interest will she have acquired? Okay. So hang on with me. Are you ready? Are you ready? Okay, so this is what happens. Are you following the discussion? Are you following the discussion?
Yes, sir.
So year one. Okay. So year one. Well, let's investigate the interest. I'm showing you how compound interests are calculated. The principles of compound interest for year one. Interest. Okay, will be equal to. So in fact, if you see I anywhere, it stand for interest. Okay. Please pay attention. Yeah, if you see I anywhere, it stand for interest. Interest is equal to the rate. Okay. 10. The interest should be given as what? 10%. Okay. Of your money. What is her money, guys? 5,000 Ghana cedis. The interest should be given as what? 10% of her money. So that'll be 10 over 100 of, sorry. So now, percent, if you want to transcribe it and start using it, you have to divide by 100. By so doing, you have eliminated this thing. You have eliminated the percentage symbol. Okay. The word is percent is on top. Percent. Cent means 100. Per means divided. So if you want to eliminate it, it will be 10 over what? 100. Okay. If you want to eliminate it, it should be 10 over 100. So off in board mass means what time? So 10 over 100 of 5,000. Right? So at the end of the day, what are we getting? That'll be, get your calculators ready. 10 over 100 or 5,000? We are learning. You have to get your calculators and be contributing. I can't be doing all of this. It will look like I'm teaching myself. You have to participate in order to understand. Well, I'm getting 500. I don't know if you can see from my screen. So the interest I'm getting is what, 500. Let it make sense. Let it make sense. At the end of the first year, the bank said they will give you 10% of your money as interest at the end of the year. At the end of the year. Okay. So we want to know, she's saving with them for 2 years, but we want to know how the interest, the principle of interest calculation, compound interest calculation works. So year one, she's earning 10% of her money. Her money is 5,000. So that'll be 10 over 100 of 5,000. So at the end of year one, she's earning an interest of what? 500 Ghana cedis. See, don't think too don't think too much. Okay, there's a normal 5,000 cedis you'll be paying for fees. So it's not any money. So at the end of the year, she's keeping the money at the bank. She's earning 500 Ghana cedis. Okay, now, oops. Now, watch closely. Now, compound interest. The word compound means big. Okay, so at the end of the end of things, we want to see lump sums. Okay, the principles of compound interest works here. Now, at the end of the first year, you are having 500. If you want to continue to save with us, they will add the 500 Ghana cedis to your money and it will become a new money. And it's on that new money they will calculate your interest on. So if you go to year two, okay, before you go to year two, they will do something called amount. Okay, they would calculate something called amount. Okay, an amount is calculated as the interest you made, which is what, 500 cedis, plus the principal you brought to the bank, the money she brought to the bank. What money did Grace bring to the bank, guys? If you care to know, I can go back. What money did she bring to the bank? What money did she bring to the bank? 5,000. So the interest you made plus the money you brought to the bank. At the end of it, what are we getting, Adam? Adam,
5,500.
5,500. Oh, good news is I'm recording the lecture. After it, I will even post it on YouTube and you can watch. That doesn't mean you shouldn't pay attention to what I'm doing. Okay. Yeah, so from Grace brought 5,000. At the end of the year, she had an interest of 500 cedis. But how compound interest works, they will add the money you have made, the interest you've made to, they'll add the interest you've made to the money you brought to the bank. 5,005. Now, do you still want to continue with us? If you want to continue with us, yes, she says she's saving for 2 years. So if she wants to continue with the bank, year two, they are now going to calculate the interest. I don't like how my handwriting is coming out. All right. They are now going to calculate the interest as a percentage of your capital. Remember, the bank's rate is what? 10%, right? So year two is going to be 10 over what? 100. Man, bear with me with the handwriting. Times her principal. Now, Her principal is 5,005. You see? So in year 2, what will her interest be? Is it 550? Is someone checking?
550.
Yeah, 550 Ghana cedis. You see, I just want you to appreciate how compound interest works. Check something. Year 1, when we're calculating the interest as a percentage of her capital was 500 cedis. She made an interest of 500 cedis. So like at the end of year 1, her new capital or new amount was what? 5,005. Is she making profits or she's actually losing? Prince, is she making some money here?
Yes.
She's making some money here. All right. So now year two, mind you, she had made 5,005. Now compound interest, they will add the interest you have made to the money you brought, and it will become a new amount. And if you want to continue with them, they calculate the rate on that new amount. Year 2, what's happening? 550. She's getting an interest of 550. You see, there is an increment. What do you think would have happened if they have decided to calculate the interest as a percentage of the money she brought to the bank? How much money did she bring to the bank? It was 5,000. If year 2, they were going to do 10% of the money you brought to the bank, 5,000, she would have made how much as interest? She would have made how much as interest? 500 cedis. So you see, compound interest, when they add the interest you are making to the capital and they are calculating the interest on your new capital, your money continues to shoot up. All right. So at the end of year 2, you are noticing that the interest is making is 550. So now, if you want to know her new amount at the end of year 2, just add 550, right? Mind you, her money is no longer 5,000. My money is 5,005. Now, I've even earned 550 on top of it, right? So what are we getting, guys? Today, I'll take some time off your closing time, okay? But I will not keep long. What are we getting, guys? 60-50. So how much did Grace bring to the bank? 5,000. How much money will she take home? If you are following the lecture, how much money will she take home? She doesn't want to continue with the bank again. How much money is she to take home, guys? How much money is she to take home?
1,050 cedis.
I couldn't hear you.
1,050 cedis.
Let's get a sense in this. My brother, you brought 5,000 cedis to the bank. You have kept your money with the bank for 2 years. My brother, you forget about everything you are doing. Now, you are going home. Give me back my money. How much money are you expecting to take from the bank? Let's argue. So you mean you took 5,000 to the bank. When you are leaving, you want to leave with 1,050 cedis. Is that what you be leaving with? Is that the money you take home? Feel free. Let's argue. That's what makes math interesting. You have to make it practical. My question is, how much is Grace taking home? My brother, how much will you take home? Now talk to me. We have 4 minutes. The meeting will be ending. How's the time? Yes,
6,050 cedis.
6,050 cedis. How much interest? Listen to the question. So, in fact, it's easy to identify your take home. It's the last amount, right? Just be calculating the amount and you're good to go. How much interest have you earned for the 2-year period? So that one normally we calculate, but you should be able to know how much interest have you acquired within the 2-year period. You see, that interest is gross. That's why we call that compound interest. Okay. How much interest have you earned within the 2-year period? Yes. I'm moving back and forth so you see in case you want to check something. How much interest have you earned for the 2-year period?
1,050 Ghana cedis.
How did you do that, my dear? You are right, but talk to me. Matt, you can't just jump into the answer. We have 2 minutes, or my time is reading at the top. So how did you do that? Can you be fast?
Yes, yes. So the interest of the 2 years,
Okay. So what should I write? Interest of the 2 years. What did you add, my dear? I can go back for you. What did you add?
so I added the interest of the first year,
Which is?
which is the 500,
Thank you. 500. Go on.
plus the interest of the second year,
Which is?
the 550 Ghana
Thank you.
cedis.
All together.
Make it 1,050 Ghana cedis.
Thank you. There is an alternative. There is a different way to know the interest she has earned for the 2-year period. Who will tell me before the meeting ends? Alternatively, sorry. Who will tell me?
You subtract
Huh?
the gross from her initial money she brought to the bank.
Yes, thank you. So help me out. Wow, what the 5,000? Let me speak English because I will put it out there. You came in with 5,000 cedis. And now you are earning 6,050. Yeah. So 6,050 minus the 5,000 cedis what you brought, right? So if you do it, you're still gonna get what? 1,050. Any question, please? Okay. The meeting is gonna end. You join again. Then we polish the solution and I can give you one to try. Is it difficult? Is it difficult? The meeting is gonna end right now. How do I even end myself? Oh, it's hard to navigate. How do I end it? Okay, I found a way. All right, so I'm ending, join again.